Hey, third grade, this is Mrs. Todd. We are going to go over the Lesson 10 problem set. You will be assigned to do the Lesson 10 homework page, which looks just similar to this paper. So if you watch this video on how to do the problem set, you should be able to do the homework page no problem. But if you do get stuck on the homework page, come back, take a look at the video that I did for this problem set and see what happens. See if that helps. Okay, let's see what we're going to do today. So this first problem says 7 times 3 is the same thing or equals 5 times 3 plus 2 times 3. Well, I want to look to see where I have to fill in answers. Okay, so if I look at problem number 1, I have an answer to put here, 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 and here. I want to make sure I'm putting in all of my answers. Let's take a look at what this is telling us. 7 times 3 is the total array. They decided to split it at this dotted line into the top 5 times 3, which is 15 squares. It's asking us what's in the bottom array, which is 2 times 3. So if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I have 6 squares in that bottom array. Second part of the problem says 5 times 3 equals plus 2 times 3 is the same thing as 15 plus what? Well, here's my 15 at the top part of my array. I have 6 at the bottom part of my array, so 6 goes right here. And in this last part of my problem, it's saying 15 plus what equals what? Well, here's my 15 plus this 6. What does it equal? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So there must be 21 squares in that whole array. Don't forget to go back up to the top and add that answer. Taking a look at problem number 2, 8 times 3 equals 4 times 3 plus 4 times 3. Where do I have to put an answer? Here, 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 and here. So I have a lot of blanks to fill in. Okay, but let's not get too scared about that. Let's think about what it's asking us. The top part of my array is 4 rows of 3. Well, how do I write that in a multiplication sentence? I write 4 times 3. How many of those trapezoids are all together? 3, 6, 9, 12. The top part of my array is 4 times 3 equals 12. Underneath the cut line, the bottom part of my array, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 3 again. 4 times 3 is still 12. So I have 12 on the bottom part of my array. So down here now it's just asking us to put it into numbers. 4 times 3 plus 4 times 3 is the same thing as 12 plus 12. This bottom part, this is asking for the whole array. Well, all together I have 8 rows of 3. I have 8 times 3, and 12 plus 12 is 24. They just took out this addition step over there. Now zoom back up to the top and add your 24. So my whole number sentence says 8 times 3 equals 4 times 3 plus 4 times 3, which equals 24. Let's go to page 2. Let's read about Ruby. Ruby makes a photo album. 1 page is shown below. Ruby puts 3 photos in each row. Part A. Fill in the equations on the right. Use them to help draw arrays that show the photos on the top and bottom parts of the page. So Ruby took her paper, her page and her scrapbook and her photo album. She cut it in half. She's got some pictures on the top and some pictures on the bottom. This piece right here tells me that Ruby put 3 photos, 3 pictures in each row. So how many pictures does she put on the top? It says we're going to have 6 pictures altogether up there. And I have to put them in a row of 3 photos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's that multiplication sentence? I have 2 rows of 3, which means 2 times 3. On the bottom of Ruby's scrapbook page, she's going to put a total of 9 pictures in rows of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That multiplication sentence is 3 rows of 3, where 3 times 3 equals 9. All right, last problem. Ruby calculates the total number of photos as shown below. Use the array you drew to help explain Ruby's calculation. So she says 5 times 3 is the same thing as 6 plus 9, which equals 15. So we need to use some words to write an answer with how Ruby got that answer. What was she talking about? Okay, so 5 times 3, oops. I know the text boxes can be tricky when you're trying to write. I just tap the T and then add a box. Okay, and I tell my students on these numbers down here, don't make the font size any bigger than a 10, and make sure that it's in a print form so that Mrs. Todd's old lady eyes can read it. I don't know about your teachers. They're probably younger than me. Actually, I know they are. Okay, so let's explain. 5 times 3 equals 6 plus 9, which must equal 15. Ruby put, at the top part, she had 2 times 3. I'm going to write that in words. 2 rows of 3 on the top of her page. And then I'm going to explain it. That is 2 times 3, which is 6. That's what she did on the top. So what did she do on the bottom? She put 3 rows of 3 on the bottom of her page. Oops. That is 3 times, I don't like using those, 3 times 3, which is 9. Altogether, she has 5 rows of 3, which is 5 times 3, and that is 6 plus 9, which equals 15. I don't care how specific you get on those words. I just want some words in which you can tell me what happened on that page. It's not going to be Ruby and her pictures, but you will have an array that looks similar to this on your homework page, and I just want some words describing what was happening on that page. Okay, go try your homework page. If you get stuck and you can't remember how many of these to fill in, make sure you come back and